Hey, Allison, how are you today?
I'm feeling busy, but I'm good. Thanks.
I wanted to ask you some questions about the conference, and I thought, you know what? Why don't I record this for our connected yoga teachers so that they can also, I mean, sadly, they're also going to hear my level of anxiety of like traveling to a new place and making sure I have all the details in order, but also the excitement of why I'm excited to travel and go to the Yoga Teacher Conf. So, first of all, before we get into this, tell our listeners what the heck are we talking about? What is Yoga Teacher Conf? When is it? Where is it?
So the Yoga Teacher Conf is happening April 22nd through the 24th here in Denver. It is an in-person conference, and we have over 40 different classes throughout the 3 days. Plus, we have pre-conference workshops, just a ton of stuff to really help elevate and educate and inspire yoga teachers from all around the country.
I am really excited. So it's only yoga teachers that are going to be there.
I mean, I'm not going to check everyone's yoga passport.
Right. But everything is geared towards yoga teachers.
Everything is geared towards yoga teachers. Yes.
Right.
I mean, there's classes on anatomy, there's classes on like teaching skills, there's classes on, beyond asana, which are skills, everything except for asana, like pranayama, mantra, mudra. It is geared towards yoga teachers. So it takes you beyond that 200 hour and into that kind of next level of your own personal practice and your own teaching.
So how do we sign up for it? Where do we go to find out more, to see the schedule, sign up, all of that good stuff?
So go to yogateacherconf.com. That's CONF. Conference is a long word. So yogateacherconf.com. The early bird registration date ends on March 4th. So I encourage everyone to sign up before March 4th so you can get our early bird rate of $279. There is also a justice pricing model for our yoga teachers who need a little bit of help or who can support and give more. And after March 4th, the price goes up to $330, which I think is still really affordable for a lot of yoga teachers, especially because it includes 2 meals and some other stuff as well. So yogateacherconf.com.
Wait, there's 2 meals included in that ticket?
Yeah. So
I did not know this.
Oh, yeah, I know. I probably need to talk about it more. But Friday night, we're going to have an opening ritual and a kind of a welcome ceremony. And at that welcome ceremony, we're going to have light appetizers, soups, salads, all vegetarian meals for all of us yoga teachers, gluten-free, dairy-free options as well. And at that opening ceremony, we'll have some presentations or just a big opening welcome invitation. And then also we'll do a nice group yoga ritual together. Shri Devi Bringy here from Denver will be leading us in a beautiful opening ritual to really set our intention and get us started for the weekend. So that's Friday night. And then Saturday at noon, we're doing a networking lunch where we will have, again, a nice lunch for everyone is provided. And we're going to have a panel discussion with Yoga Unify, maybe Yoga Alliance. If anyone knows them, let me know. I would love to have them represented. And also hopefully a representative from IAYT. Everyone on the panel will just be discussing the state of the yoga teacher industry and the ways that their organizations are helping support yoga teachers and moving us forward. Plus, there will be time for networking and just discussion and meeting other teachers. So those are the 2 food items.
Look at me going right for the food. Okay, and it's also happening at the same place where I can book my stay. I haven't booked it yet. So where is this all happening?
Yes, so it's happening in Aurora, which is really close to Denver. It's at the Hyatt Regency Aurora. And whenever you register, I send you information about the hotel and how you can book. And if you use the code Yoga Teacher Conference, you'll get your room for $149 a night.
Wow, that's really great.
Yeah. And then you don't have to get a car and drive back and forth. Right around the hotel are some other restaurants. There's a Panera Bread. They're building a new high rise with other eateries. There's a big hospital right across the street. So you know that there's a lot of food options within walking distance, which is nice.
Okay. And okay, this is a really personal question because I'm flying from Canada. So I fly into what airport?
You fly into DIA,
Okay.
Denver International Airport.
Okay.
And then from there, there's two options. I send an email about all of this,
Great.
but there's two options. Well, I guess you could rent a car, or you could get a Lyft or an Uber, or there's also a train system. I include a link to the train system. It does take a little longer than an Uber, probably about an hour to get back and forth from the airport, but I include a link so you can map your route on the train. And then the shuttle from the hotel can pick you up from the train station in Aurora.
Okay, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
What do I need to wear? Do I have to dress fancy? Can I just wear my yoga clothes? What should I be wearing?
Oh my gosh, please do not dress up.
Yay! Music to my ears. I like pockets and practical pants.
Yes. I became a yoga teacher so I can wear yoga clothes. So definitely yoga clothes. A lot of our workshops are more based on education, but a lot of them are that workshop based. And so there will be movement happening as well as lecture. So I would encourage you to just wear your most comfortable yoga clothes. Bring a sweatshirt. I always tell people to bring a sweatshirt because conference venues are usually, they get a little chilly. It's also Denver in April. The weather can go anywhere. It's usually beautiful and it's almost always sunny here. We have 300 days of sun, but we have been known to get a snowstorm before Mother's Day.
Okay, it sounds a lot like Ontario weather. We don't take our snow tires off in April.
Yes. There's still the chance for some snow to come in, but the nice thing about Denver is it melts right away.
Okay.
So it's pretty awesome.
And so tell us also, I know that you have 8 themes for the conference as well and specific rooms for those themes. Tell us about those.
So we have 8 different themes for the conference, and there is anatomy classes. There's the Beyond Asana, which I mentioned is all the tools in your toolbox except for asana. So things like meditation, astrology, mantra. We have a yoga therapy tract. We have teaching skills, which is things like intuitive yoga teaching or sequencing and class planning. We have living your yoga. Oh, we have skill in action coming.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Yes, I'm very, very excited. This is actually the first in-person event that Skill in Action has ever hosted. So we have a pre-conference workshop, but then also a 3-hour class with Skill in Action. And the Living Your Yoga is all about how we take our yoga off the mat and into the world. So it will be focused on things like social justice, up-leveling the yoga profession, how to be a professional. There's devotional yoga, so connecting your yoga with your faith. Lots of really cool things in the Living Your Yoga section. And then we have business for yoga teachers, business for yoga studios. And then we also have a classical yoga set tract. And in this classical yoga, it's things that are focused more on like the Vedas, some of the really classical pieces of yoga. So we have Ancient Wisdom for Modern Practice, which is focused on the Bhagavad Gita. We have someone coming who's a Sanskrit scholar, so they'll be focused on the Sanskrit. We have a workshop on the Pranavayus. So that classical piece, the really juicy part of yoga, it's the part that connects us with our subtle body and helps us go way beyond asana and into ourselves.
So when do we choose what we're going to go to? There's one price and that gets us into the conference. Now you're making me think like these choices might be difficult because there's so many amazing things.
It is. It really is. So once you register, there's a link that's sent out and you'll go to that link and you'll start to choose your classes from that link. And no, you can always change your classes the day of. You'll get your classes on an app. It's called Moments. And it's a really cool app. It's made for yoga teachers. But on moments, you'll be able to look at your class schedule. You can change your class, you can cancel, you can choose multiple classes, and you're not married to your schedule as soon as you choose it.
Oh, that's amazing. I can't wait to be there in person. If our connected yoga teachers are wondering, like, how can I network more when I go to this conference, or how can I network if I can't go to this conference? We have a podcast episode, and I'll link to that in our show notes. Is there anything else that you want to tell us about, Allison, that we need to know about the conference or that would help us feel comfortable there?
Well, I definitely want to express the COVID stuff, but I want to say one fun thing that I'm really excited about is I've always struggled to take headshots as a yoga teacher. And so I have a photographer coming who is going to be set up and doing headshots for yoga teachers. So if you've been delaying or your headshots are old and outdated, you can get them updated there. You're going to be looking good, maybe a little tired, but that's okay. But it'll be a professional photographer there to take some headshots for everyone. So that's an exciting piece. Otherwise, the most important thing is everyone's safety. And at the conference, we are requiring full vaccination, which at this point, it's both doses of your vaccine. We will have obviously hand sanitizer. Denver is very vaccinated. We do have tourists here, but Denver is a pretty vaccinated city. We currently are on a mask or vax mandate, which means all indoor facilities, you have to wear your mask unless the facility can show that 95% of the people in there are vaccinated. The hotel staff is also vaccinated and will be wearing masks the whole time. So we're trying our best to take all the precautionary measures that we can.
So let me get this straight as someone traveling from Ontario, because we have a pretty high vaccination rate here, but we also wear masks in public. So would I be the only person there wearing a mask if I was wearing a mask?
Oh my gosh, no.
Okay.
No, not at all. Most people around Denver are very socially conscious about everything that's going on. And so a lot of people are wearing masks.
Okay. Good to know. I feel like you've answered tons of my questions. I hope this gives comfort to our connected yoga teachers who are feeling ready to come and hang out and be together in community. I am so excited. Oh, one other thing I wanted you to tell our listeners about is that there are full day workshops that have just been added to the schedule as well.
Yes. So the full conference doesn't start until Friday at 4 p.m. But a lot of people want to travel in early, or they're arriving early, or they want to dive deeper into a certain topic. So we have 3 pre-conference workshops, and they are Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the 3 are, we have an astrology for yoga teachers pre-conference workshop that is going to be focused on your sun chart and your natal chart, and you'll learn how to read a chart. We have skill and action coming for a full day workshop. And then also what I'm super excited about is you and Amanda McKinney are hosting a Scattered to Clarity workshop, setting your business goals for 2022. Oh my gosh, I lost 2 years. Setting your business goals for 2022. So do you want to tell them a little bit more, Shannon?
Well, I'm really excited about this. Actually, Amanda and I put this together to do in person in 2020. So it's interesting you say that. It never did get to happen at a different conference. We did a small online thing with some teachers who really loved it. We dug into looking at their niche, looking at like what they want to see as their business grows over the next 5 years, and then really dialed it back into, okay, what does this mean in the next 90 days? What does my social media plan look like? So that everything connects and we feel less scattered. So I'm really excited that we get to offer it in person, because the richness there of making connections with other people who are also growing their yoga business is a valuable, valuable piece of that as well.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It is. And I'm also teaching yoga and pelvic health in the anatomy section on Saturday. So I'm excited about that as well, because I could talk about pelvic health and yoga all day long.
Yeah. And I really wanted our workshops to go more in depth. So it's a 3-hour workshop. I mean, for a 3-hour workshop, sometimes you pay like $200 for those. So for this conference to get everything for $279, I think it's a really great deal.
I agree. I also think it's a really great deal. Is there anything else that we need to know before we book our tickets? So we're going to book before March the 4th. Is that what you said? Is early bird. I always like people to save money when they can. And then they can book their hotel room there at the same place. I think that's it, is it?
I mean, do you feel comfortable? Do you feel like, okay, these logistics are going to be taken care of?
Yeah, I know that you are going to take care of the details, and I've already got some communication from whatever app you called it. What was it? Moments?
Moments, Momence.
Right. I got a notification saying like, you're in, you're going to the conference. Here's your, I was like, oh, this is cool. I always like to check out a new piece of tech.
Exactly.
Alrighty, well, we will see you in Denver in April, and any of our connected yoga teachers, if you're going to be there, let us know. We would love to see you there as well.
Sounds great. Bye.